You can spin and you can say things and mix up baselines and confuse the American people, but the plan, as he has outlined, does just that. It's not much different from the budget the President submitted in February of last year. Matter of fact, it's very similar to it. And what did that budget do? It increased taxes $1.8 trillion and increased spending by about $1.4 trillion. The bottom line is that the proposal that's put out there is a huge tax increase, $1.8 trillion now, they're saying, and the money is being gobbled up with new spending. Madam President, try to be precise and to operate from a known spending baseline, that is the Budget Control Act baseline we agreed to 16 months ago. The President's plan clearly contemplates this. The $1.2 trillion in sequester cuts would be eliminated. That's more than half the cuts we agreed to last year. They would be eliminated. There would be the Medicare reimbursement cuts of $600 billion would be reducing spending. That would mean that the net spending has gone up $600 billion. And the doc fix, as I just mentioned, that we referred to, is another $400 billion, so it adds $1 trillion. There's about $200 billion in stimulus spending, and that's over $1 trillion, and you have a $800 billion tax increase if he got that, which he originally asked for, and you would end up with more debt than if we didn't have the $800 billion tax increase. If he gets $1.6 trillion in new taxes, which won't happen in my opinion, if he were to get that, it would reduce the debt. 2/3 of that money, plus maybe 3/4, would be used to fund new spending, and only a 1/4 to deal with our current challenges. So I would ask the American people, when you read that Congress was considering, and you've heard the President advocate more taxes, did you not assume that that money would be used to reduce the deficit we have so that we put our country on a sound financial path? Or did you at least not consider and assume that it would be used maybe to save Social Security, which is already drawing money from the General Treasury, so we haven't enough money to pay recipients? Or did you not assume that maybe the money was going to use to strengthen Medicare and keep that program on track so it won't go into bankruptcy? Was any of that done? Is any of that done by the President's program? No. He proposes no fix to Social Security, no fix to Medicare, and no real reduction in debt. In fact, if we ended up with a $1.6 trillion in tax increases over 10 years, we can expect that the deficit would go up about $8.6 trillion instead of $9 trillion. That would be the impact on it, because most of the money, the new money that he'd be using, was to fund new spending. So I'm worried about this. I don't think that the leader of our nation, the one person elected by all the people, should be laying out a program to the American people that does not honestly deal with the debt threat that we have, that does not honestly lay out to the American people how we're on an unsustainable course, as every expert has said. It does not honestly talk with the American people about why Medicare is in trouble, why Social Security is in trouble, and what we need to do to fix them. Our President will not even talk about that. And when somebody talks about it in a serious way to fix those programs, they get attacked by the White House. And this new budget doesn't do anything about it either.